Have you ever bought furniture that you were so excited for and then all of a sudden your excitement turned into anger, rage, sadness, and just a flat out nightmare? Was this furniture possibly purchased through Ashley Home Furniture, Ashley Homestore, whatever you know them by, is what I'll be discussing in this video. Ashley's has had many negative and tragic things happen, from the most negative reviews I've seen with a company besides a multi-level marketing company to employee deaths. Yes, sadly, deaths is plural. I have had 2 experiences of my own with Ashley's that I'll be going over as well. The question of today's video is Ashley's a scam, an unethical company, or did they just lose their way? Hopefully I can answer that by the end of this video. Let's dive into the wild company that is Ashley's. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button if you want to stick around if you like this kind of content. But anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about, they've had different name changes. It's been, I think now they're just called Ashley, but they've been called Ashley Home Furniture, Ashley Homestore. However, because of the topic of discussion today, I do just want to say that this video is just for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions along with any of the research that I was able to do for this particular video. All of those sources will be linked in the description box below, and I highly recommend that you also do your own research. Y'all might be wondering, but Monica, why are you talking about this? Is this some kind of a scam? Well, I'm going to be talking about this because of the countless negative testimonials that I have seen out there in addition to my own story. So, spoiler, my story is very similar to a lot of the testimonials that I've seen. The astronomical amount of negative stories is the reason why I wanted to make this video. I don't even know how I stumbled on the topic. I think I might have come across some kind of an article, or I don't even remember how I came across it, but I did. And I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to kind of dive into this company. It's not going to be a full-blown deep dive like I usually do. It is going to have some kind of details to it, but if I were to put every single thing into this video would probably be well over an hour to an hour and a half long. It would probably be 2 hours. So I don't want to be editing a long video like that, so I'm just going to keep it to the basics, but even the basics, there's a lot. People have talked about the delivery times being really long. Some people have even said that they allegedly never received the furniture that they ordered. Some just said that it was a very terrible experience. Broken pieces have come, or the furniture itself has been broken upon arrival. So that's why I kind of wanted to look into it a little bit further. I will be sharing clips of other testimonials, and towards the end of this video, I will give a brief breakdown of my own experience. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. The information I was able to find out about Ashley's history is few and far between, so this portion of the video is probably going to be somewhat short. Ashley, which is formerly known as Ashley Homestore and is still being referred to as Ashley Furniture Homestore, is an American furniture chain that sells Ashley furniture products. Their chain has a total of 2,000 locations worldwide. In addition, they have both corporate and independently licensed and operated furniture stores. In 1945, Carlisle Weinberger founded a company called Ashley Furniture Corporation, which was a sales organization headquartered in the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. If we fast forward to 1970, Ron Wanek becomes general manager of Arcadia Furniture, which is a manufacturer that specializes in cabinet, commodes, and tables that are distributed through Arcadia Furniture. Over the next decade, the company would go on to develop its own transportation fleet, and there is a restructure with management, along with introducing new product lines. In 1979, Todd Wanek, who is Ron Wanek's son, is hired as the Ashley Furniture Corporation's 158th employee. The company would restructure yet again just a few years later in 1982. This is when Arcadia Furniture and Ashley Furniture Corporation merged to form Ashley Furniture Industries. Their headquarters would move from Chicago to Arcadia, Wisconsin. The following year, they launched a program called the Suggestion Program and would later have its name changed to the Idea Network. This was to improve quality and efficiency while also reducing cost. The employees would be awarded for being agents of change, as their website states, which according to them is a critical component of Ashley's continuous improvement culture. Within the year 1984, there were imports that were starting to take over the table business, so Ashley decided to start making bedroom furniture. They would start trading and manufacturing overseas in order to have more products, and this included the occasional table with a high gloss finish. After introducing bedroom furniture in 1985, they introduced dining room furniture. As you can see, they are trying to expand in order to have a wider selection. It's a great business move because now they have more to offer to their customers. 1986 is the year that Ashley Furniture Industries would introduce a product line called Millennium that they would end up patenting. It was a proprietary polyester finishing technique, and in turn, this gave wood a different luster and durability. In 1988, they introduced formal and casual dining rooms, along with mixing in some other various types of furniture that included glass, marble, steel, and wood. Todd Wanek would move to Asia, and where specifically within the continent, I'm not sure because the website just says Asia, but anyway, he would move there in 1989. This was because he became the general manager of Ashley Furniture Industries in Taiwan. He was there to further develop and establish business in China, Malaysia, Thailand, Taiwan, and Indonesia. Ashley Furniture Industries would establish the only intermodal rail yard in Wisconsin in 1992. If you don't know what an intermodal rail yard or intermodal means when it comes to shipping, it's basically when you ship things by train and then a truck will pick it up and bring it to its location. This is usually a more cost-effective way to ship things long distance as opposed to over the road. Once 1996 rolls around, Ashley Furniture Industries introduces leather upholstery, and Todd Wanek becomes the president and COO, or Chief Operations Officer. The first Ashley store would open in Anchorage, Alaska in 1997. Within that same year, they also introduced Motion Upholstery, and Ashley's Angels is formed. This was formed by a truck driver in Mississippi, and it's a nonprofit that provides food, clothing, and toys to underprivileged children. What I find interesting is that both the Ashley Furniture and Ashley's Angels site doesn't provide the name of this truck driver. I question this because credit should be given to this person, but on the Ashley's Angels site, it just says an Ashley Furniture ambassador started it. Anyway, between 1999 to 2001, they opened up manufacturing in Kunshan, China, and Ripley, Mississippi, along with opening up their first international store in Japan. In 2002, Todd Wanek was promoted to Ashley Furniture Industries CEO. Once 2005 came around, Ashley Furniture Industries became the world's largest manufacturer of furniture, and on October 19th of 2005, they had come to have 200 retail stores. This same year, they began their Voice of Their Customer program, and that is when management and employees work in the warehouse and on deliveries to identify opportunities for product and service improvement, which is hilarious to me given the testimonials, including mine, that talk about their service and products that are falling apart and how long it takes to get the product, amongst other things. If they still have that program, y'all might like to go on YouTube and just watch all of the testimonials. Moving along, over the next few years, they open up more retail locations and expand into Vietnam. They also started being more active with their nonprofits. In 2010, Ashley would launch their Hope to Dream program that provides beds to underprivileged children so that they have a good night's sleep. Between 2010 and 2019, they expanded even more, and they were named one of America's best large employers, and they open up their 1,000th retail location and introduce baby and ready-to-assemble furniture. In 2020, they celebrated their 75th anniversary. On one of the pages on their site, they had this little Our History graphic up on the page. And it says, the Ashley Legacy, Our History. What was once a family company with just 35 employees and 35,000 square feet of facility space in 1970 now employs more than 17,000 valued team members across the country and boasts more than 30 million square feet globally in the manufacturing and distribution space. We've supported 3,700 vendors and businesses, created 3.4 additional jobs with each manufacturing job, and continue to infuse the economy in 155 countries by supplying furniture to more than 20,000 storefronts. With all of what I just talked about, I wanted to quickly go over some of the ways that Ashley is giving back or helping their communities as per their website. I'm not going to go super in depth with all of this because they list out quite a number of things that they do. So we're just going to take a look at some of the things on their social responsibility page. On this page, it's the community relations page, and they talk about advancing research and treatments towards a cure. So City of Hope research supported by the Wanek Family Project for Type 1 Diabetes has produced new advances on the road to curing the disease. They also have Together as One Community, which is focused on today and looking toward tomorrow. When our guests shop at Ashley, they become part of something bigger. Every purchase helps care for the communities they share with us and creates opportunities for future generations. They talk about honoring military and first responders. Through a wide range of special events and donations that bring our communities together, we continue to extend our gratitude for our United States military and first responders. The rest of the page has special events, Soldiers Walk Memorial Park, Operation Shut-Eye, aiding first response, advancing medical research, Heartworks. Then on this same page, it says Enriching Lives Enriches Us. They have the Hope to Dream that I just talked about a little bit ago. And then there's the Crisis Response, Ashley's Angels, which again, I talked about as well. Then there's the Supporting Education and the Arts. As manufacturing continues to advance, training our workforce is critical in the success of our company. By supporting education, we can continue to provide opportunities to children everywhere and ensure that the quality in manufacturing is unmatched for Ashley customers and beyond. If we head on over to the Environmental Sustainability and Responsibility page, it talks about a brighter tomorrow. As the largest manufacturer of home furnishings in the world, we understand the importance of sustainability and how it applies to the way we do business. That's why we're committed to minimizing our carbon footprint through more sustainable operations while growing our advancements in greener design methods. So they have greener operations, energy reduction, so they use LED lighting, they have a green fleet, they have renewable energy, they talk about waste management. So in 2021, they recycled all of these things. I'm going to put it up on the screen, but it's wood, plastic, cardboard, metal, polyfoam, and mattresses and coil springs. But I'll leave up on the screen the amount of each of them. Then it says resource preservation. Through sustainable design efforts, we're able to help preserve our forests and protect our ecosystem for generations to come. They are planting trees. They also have a sustainable design, according to them. It says at Ashley's, we're always thinking of ways to incorporate recycled or repurposed materials into our manufacturing processes. We're the first in the furniture industry to introduce Ashley developed worldwide patented designs which are more efficient and more sustainable. I know that I'm going over this really quick, but there is just so much on each of these pages that if I were to actually take my time and talk about every single one, this video would be very long. So I'm going to leave all of this link below if you guys want to go ahead and read it on your own time. But this page is for One Ashley, and it says, Better together, One Ashley. We are a family company and we continue to stay true to our family values. Success starts here, investing in our people. We're committed to being an employer of choice and a company that people want to join, grow with, and stay with. Growth mindset. We foster upward mobility at all levels by recognizing and rewarding hard work. So they have career growth, celebration and recognition, award ceremonies, employee engagement, holiday gifts, family fun. Then they have benefits, recruitment and scholarships, safety and security, health, safety, investing in the community, the economic impact, and supporting community involvement. The thing about this page, though, is that this is not just for Ashley's. There are other companies that do this. So I will say that from my own experience, at one of the corporate jobs that I worked at, pretty much everything that Ashley is talking about here, we also had. And I'm not going to lie, I used to love Thanksgiving because they would give out free turkeys or if you wanted to, instead of taking that free turkey, there's actually 2 turkeys per household. But if you didn't want to accept that free turkey, they would actually donate it. As you can see though, by those 3 pages we just went over, Ashley talks about a number of things that they do. Now, I've never worked for the company, so I can't say if all of this is really as nicely put together as it is on their website. What I do know is that a lot of companies state that they give back to their communities or to charities, so this is really nothing new. I think at this point, it's pretty commonplace for companies and businesses to do this. After talking about all of this, I wanted to start getting into the more negative side of things with lawsuits, deaths, and testimonials. I wanted to be fair in this video and provide Ashley's side of things with what is on their website, and now we'll get into the other side. I'm titling this chapter Lawsuits and Deaths because of a lawsuit I found in regards to an employee death. There were actually 2, but the first lawsuit I wanted to go over is a class action lawsuit. According to ClassAction.org, this is what the class action is about. A proposed class action alleges Ashley Furniture Industries has deceived consumers by advertising products on its website with fake original prices and corresponding phantom discounts, creating the illusion of savings. The 26-page case in California alleges Ashley's use of false reference pricing has misled consumers into believing certain items have a higher market value than they actually do and induced them into making purchases. This type of scheme, the suit alleges, enables retailers such as Ashley Furniture to sell products at prices above their true market value. It is well established that false reference pricing violates federal law and various state consumer protection statutes, the complaint states. Even so, sellers, including Ashley Furniture, continue to use the tactic because they know they will be able to increase sales and profits by tricking consumers into making purchasing decisions based on the advertised reference prices. The complaint argues that retailers understand that consumers are vulnerable to a perceived bargain. Ashley Furniture thus has a financial interest in exploiting consumers' well-known behavioral tendencies by inducing them into believing they are receiving a deal, even when they are not, the case claims. Reference prices are often the first, if not the only, insight consumers have into a product besides its sale price, and the reference price is thus used as a baseline upon which to perceive an item's value according to the suit. Under California law, a retailer may only discount an item from its true original price for up to 90 days, the case states. In the alternative, a seller may offer a discount from the original price being offered by a competitor within the relevant market for up to 90 days, according to the filing. In either scenario, the lawsuit says a seller can only offer a sale from an original price for 90 days. On the 91st day, the product at issue must either return to its full original price, or the seller may continue to sell it at the discounted price as long as it discloses to consumers the data on which the item was last offered for sale at its alleged former price, the case stresses. So now that you have an idea about the class action lawsuit, there was also an article that I wanted to go over that was written in April of this year, well, at the time of this recording, 2022. They stated, an amended complaint was filed Tuesday in a civil lawsuit against the Dufresne Spencer Group LLC, also known as Ashley Furniture Homestore. The new filing said the family paid installments on furniture they did not receive. In the original complaint, the family from Van Horn, Texas, said they lived in a house without furniture for months because Ashley failed to schedule a delivery time and would put them on hold or hang up on them when contacted. The family went through ACIMA lease-to-own service that purchased the furniture outright from Ashley, according to the new filing. Additionally, the new filing said Ashley Furniture forged the husband's signature on a form that said he inspected the merchandise and that it was in good order. However, the lawsuit said much of the furniture was damaged or poorly manufactured when the family picked it up, and that a few items were missing. The items missing were a couch, a loveseat, a chair, and 4 bar stools. The family's lawsuit said Ashley canceled the order for the couch, the loveseat, and the chair, but did not tell ACIMA, causing the family to be billed for the missing items. Additionally, the 4 bar stools were missing but listed as delivered. As you can see, things aren't looking so good in the lawsuit and complaint department. Well, if we move on over to the state of Alabama, there is another lawsuit that sounds a little similar to the last complaint in Texas. According to that article, they reported the following. A customer is suing Ashley Homestores for allegedly misleading her about the delivery date of her living and dining room set and failing to deliver some of her purchased items. Cameron Stein filed a complaint February 17th in the St. Clair County Circuit Court against Ashley Homestores Ltd, alleging breach of contract and fraud. According to her complaint, Stein claims she purchased a living room and dining room set from Ashley Furniture on August 9, 2020. She alleges a part of the purchase transaction included a promise to deliver her new furniture on or before October 23, 2020. Stein claims her furniture has not been completely delivered as of this date. Stein alleges she has spent more than 30 hours dealing with the rescheduling process. She also alleges that Ashley expressly promised she would have her furniture by the October date, but the dates were rescheduled at least 6 times. Stein claims she would not have purchased the furniture if she had not been promised to receive all of her items by October. Stein further claims Ashley has engaged in similar conduct with other customers and intentionally misleads consumers. Stein seeks monetary relief of more than $50,000 interest and all other proper relief. I'm not going to go over every single lawsuit that I found because there is quite a bit out there. As you can see just by the lawsuits and complaints I've gone over so far, Ashley has a lot of issues in my opinion. A lot of what I talked about that they have on their About section seems to need some work. Now, I want to talk about some lawsuits that have to do with employee deaths. I wanted to save these for the end of this portion of the video so that if you cannot listen to these, you can go ahead and skip forward to the next section. Ashley Furniture has agreed to pay fines in connection with the death of one of its employees. The Arcadia furniture maker reached a settlement this week with the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or otherwise known as OSHA. The company agreed to citations for 3 serious safety violations in return for the dismissal of 2 others. The fines totaled $19,115 despite OSHA originally proposing $27,306 in fines, which for a company of Ashley's size is really, I haven't seen their financials, but if what they're talking about on their website that they have all of these stores, that wouldn't be a lot of money for them, at least in my opinion. But the case stems from the death of an Ashley worker who was hit by a large moving board. OSHA accused the company of not making sure employees completely shut down machines before working on them. Ashley's did make a statement to News 8 that said, quote, "While we're differed with many aspects of the original citations, we cooperated in the department's review and had positive dialogue with OSHA that led to a final resolution," end quote. Unfortunately, no names were released, so I cannot state the name of the person who died in this tragic accident, but I did want to send my condolences to the family and the loved ones of this employee if any of them ever come across this video. There was one more death that happened where an employee by the name of Eileen Harbridge was shot and killed May 12, 2011 by Jose Martinez. Before I proceed, I want to tell Eileen's loved ones that I am so sorry for their loss. When this happened, Eileen's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Ashley Furniture Homestore and its parent company, its CEO, Gary Seals. Gary Seals described the lawsuit as a disappointing event. He stated that Eileen was a valued member of the team at their store in San Antonio and her death was a shock to everyone. He also stated that Eileen always had a smile and was kind to everyone. Jose Martinez was said to be Eileen's ex-boyfriend, and he was also an employee at this location. He had confessed to shooting Eileen prior to fleeing the city in a stolen truck. The wrongful death lawsuit claims that the company's management knew about his violent past, including an aggravated assault charge that led to a protective order filed by another woman in 2007. The suit claimed that a manager at the store had been aware of the verbal threats that included death threats that Jose made against Eileen and was aware of a physical assault against her. The suit claims that even with all of this information, the manager that was talked about in the lawsuit loaned a gun to Jose after he told the manager that he wanted to test one out before purchasing one. Gary Seals stated that this was completely false and that the manager never loaned a gun to Jose, and he also denied the allegation of the company knowing the physical assault. Jose did get a gun from a coworker, however, it wasn't the manager that was named in the lawsuit. I wasn't able to find the outcome of this lawsuit, so if anyone knows if there was a settlement or if it was dismissed, let us know in the comment section below. Now that I've covered just a few lawsuits, let's move on to some testimonials. In this section, I'm going to share some clips of other people's experiences, and I'll leave all of their videos in the description so you can watch their full videos.
I'm trying to laugh to keep from crying right now. So this video is to Ashley's Furniture. Yep, Ashley's Furniture Home Store. Right? Don't nobody need to go to this store for their home. First of all. But anyway, we'll get into that. I'm going to show y'all, because I'm in my room right now. Look at the hot mess. Like, it's broke down. The bed, it's broken in so many places, I don't know where to start. But I will tell you this, it costs to live like this. You know, I bought a bed for a king. It's a king bed. And I feel like a peasant. Ashley's. Hold on, let me show you this too. See this? Broke, honey. Broken pieces. I ain't hesitating. But let me take y'all back, man. As I do so well. I bought this bed. This is what I expected it to look like. Boom. Cute, right? Cute. You think durable, reliable, cool. No. Honey. I don't even have words. I bought this bed. $500. I invested $2,000 in my bed, right? My mattress and box spring, $1,200. Okay? My bed frame from Ashley's, where don't nobody need to go if they want to be satisfied, right? Don't go to Ashley's. And if you do, just come back in 3 months when your bed or your couch or your dresser is broke so I can say I told you so, okay? That's first off. Got it from Ashley's, child. That's $500. So let's do the math. $1,200 plus $500 is $1,700. My comforter set was $1,800. I went and bought some boards that I had to take back to Lowe's. Insert clip here. Yeah, let's try to fix this cheap. So I don't even know where to begin because I spent so much money. Like, all my stuff is expensive. I'm just saying, like, I spent money on this bed because you can't put a price on sleep. To me, you can't put a price on sleep. I love sleep. Like, sleep who? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I thought I'm going to the bed. Ashley, they got some cute stuff, reliable, affordable. Well, not really affordable because they high, and they too high because, I mean, they stuff is cheap. Like, I don't even know what to do. Anyways, you see the broken pieces? Let me show you again. 6 of these broke. I bought my bed a year ago, right? These broke within 2 months.
What's going on, everybody? So I just wanna say something about Ashley's Furniture. Don't buy them. They're garbage. They have a 1-year warranty, manufacturer's warranty on it that covers any damages that is done or any defects in the furniture, which is fine. Now, I bought this furniture set. It's upside down because I just moved. I bought this furniture set about a year and 3 months ago. So I'm right over that 1-year warranty. Now, prior to the 1-year warranty being up, they came out to my house 3 times to fix 3 different parts on the furniture. So I moved, and now I had to take the furniture apart, and as I was taking it apart, all the parts that they fixed are back to being broken. They're all damaged again. They're splitting. Their legs are falling off. As you can see, one of the chairs right here, the legs literally fell off. Can you see that? The leg literally fell off. So I have a 3-legged chair. Now, that's pointless, ain't it? I think that's pretty useless. So I want to go through some things here that I've noticed with the furniture that they will not honor. The same things that they fix, but they will not honor. I called the 5-year protection because I also got the 5-year protection plan on it. I called them up and they said it might be because of use and wear and tear or whatever the case may be, which is garbage because it's a dining room set. It's not a set that we use every single night. If it was a kitchen set, I would totally understand. But this is a dining room set. You know, when you have people over, Christmas, you know, it's the holidays and things like that, then you might use it. But this is, for the most part, just something to look at.
A little backstory. I ordered a sectional on April 30th of this year. And my home now is partial. Okay? It's part of the sectional. So, the only reason that part of the sectional was sent to me or delivered is because I had to keep calling, expressing my frustration. But when I talk to individuals, I always talk with respect. I'm not going to get on the phone with somebody that's working, in customer service and go off on them, because I know you are not in control of this. It is not your fault. So I speak to you with respect. I expect to be treated the same way. I work in that type of field. So you have to have a mindset of, let me try to make this conversation go as smoothly as possible. Let me see whatever your issue is. I'm going to try my best to resolve it for you. That should have been the first thing that was said to me, but no. So let me just give y'all, I told you all it was April the 30th, right? Since then, I have gotten 9 different changes in my delivery, my scheduled delivery.
How a furniture company may or may not have scammed me named Ashley Furniture. About 6 months ago in April, I purchased a sofa from Ashley Furniture. It was a leather sofa and I really, really loved it. And I purchased a sofa and a love seat. So just remember that. So this was in April. So I went online, I looked at the sofa. It was a great price. It was a great size. I said, okay, I'm gonna buy it. Now I said, whoa. Before I buy this sofa, let me go into Ashley Furniture first. Let me go into Ashley Furniture first and sit on the sofa. Let me test it out. Let me see how it feels. I'm kind of tall. Let me make sure it's the way that I like. And because sometimes photos can be deceiving. So I go into the store and immediately, let's go on a tangent for a second about this store, first of all. So we go in and it's me and my partner and we're fairly young. I'm 26, so we don't look like the clientele that's coming in there to buy furniture. And none of the salespeople are talking to us. No one is greeting us. No one's saying, hey, hi, hello, how can I help you? Nothing. But we see the sofa that we're looking at. It's right at the front, so I know it's super popular. And I'm like, okay, cool. Love the sofa. All right, I'm ready to buy it. So as we're standing there, I hear some yelling and I'm just like, that's weird. I was like, why are people yelling in the middle of Ashley Furniture? And then I hear people yelling, give me my keys, give me my keys. And I'm like, why is someone yelling at their child in the middle of a furniture store? But I'm like, it's South Louisiana. It gets kind of ghetto sometimes. And so I'm just like, okay. And so I see people kind of looking, craning their neck a little bit. And then people start running. And then people start running out the store. And I'm like, time to go. I'm like, time to go. When people start running, you just run. You just go with them. So I'm going to the door to leave as people are starting to yell. And I look and an entire family is fist fighting in the middle of Ashley Furniture. I'm sorry, in the middle of Ashley Furniture. So I go home and I purchased the sofa online. I purchased the sofa and the love seat, and it says in red print that because of COVID, they're having some shipping delays and that it should take maybe 6 to 8 weeks to deliver. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's April. We're not moving anytime soon. Okay, press, click, pay. All right, we're ready to go. So 6 to 8 weeks from April is like 2 months. So May rolls by, June rolls by. So June comes and I'm like, I haven't heard anything about the sofa yet. I haven't heard anything about the love seat yet. Okay, sure, whatever. I'm not worried about it. So then July comes and I'm like, hold up a second. I said, where my stuff at? Because it's been far longer than 6 to 8 weeks and I've not gotten a single email, a peep, a nothing from Ashley Furniture. And so I called them up and I said, boo, 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 Ashley Furniture, like, where my stuff at? And they're like, hey girl, actually this is gonna be another 8 weeks until you get your sofa. And I'm like, right, okay, okay, all right. But I'm like, I really like this sofa. I'm not finding anything else like this in my price range. I know leather sofas can be very expensive. I really like it. I don't mind waiting. I don't want to rush and buy something that I don't like. I'm gonna wait. So I wait. July rolls by and I'm like, let me go to the store one more time to make sure that this is the sofa that I want, because I don't want to wait this long and then the sofa comes and I hate it. So we go over to Ashley Furniture, and what do you know? Someone walks straight up to me and my partner and greets us, and she's like, "Hey, are you two sisters?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Oh, but y'all have to be related. Y'all look just alike." And I'm like, "No, this is not my sister." I'm like, "This is my girlfriend." And she's like, "Oh yeah, y'all have to be related. I just thought y'all was related. Y'all gotta be cousins. Y'all have to." And I'm like, "Can I just see the sofa?"
We had a total nightmare with Ashley Furniture. They never came through on their promises. They lied to us throughout the whole ordeal. And we got defective merchandise that they have not replaced. Okay, basically we ordered these 2 end tables from Ashley Furniture, and they had these at other stores, but Ashley promised us that they would have it to us in 2 days. So that was on November 3rd of last year, just a couple months ago. And they promised us delivery in 2 days. So that would be November 5th. And we liked that because we had company coming over even before the holidays, and we needed these 2 end tables. So basically, on our arrival date, they never came. They never called. They never showed up. Nothing. So we called them, and we had to set up another date. Okay, so we did set up another date. They text messages us and said, "We're going to be delivering between this time and this time." I think it was like 4 days later or something.
No, the next week.
Maybe it was a week later. They said they were going to deliver these tables. So they messaged us on those days and said, "Make sure you're home between these certain times." And it was like a 4-hour window. So we were here. We waited for them. No call, no show up, no nothing, no courtesy call, nothing from them. And we had plans that we had to readjust just to be home for those 4 hours.
Now that I've shown you the different negative reviews and how there is an ever-growing list, I wanted to add my own testimonial in here. So this is a part of the video where I'm going to share my own experience with, I believe the first time that we dealt with them, they were called Ashley Home Furniture. And the second time, I think they were called Ashley Homestore. So I'm just going to refer to them as Ashley to make it just very easy to kind of follow. But the first time that my now husband and I, this is when we first moved into our apartment, we decided that we were going to buy a couch and sofa or love seat and sofa set. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but we were buying a set for our living room area in our apartment. So we decided to go to Ashley's. We chose 2 separate little pieces, and they were kind of expensive at the time, but they have their financing program. So we decided to go ahead and do the financing through Ashley. The couches show up, and I had to actually leave work and take some time off of work so that I could be there when these couches delivered. Well, the first one delivered no problem. There were no issues with it. But then the second couch was actually broken when it showed up. And the repair that they did on spot in order for us to be able to use the couch until we were able to get a re-delivery of the same couch was just abysmal. It was when my husband came home that night, he just looked at it and was like, "Really? This is how they fixed it for the time being?" And I said, I want no part in it. I was here. I was able to sign up for the delivery. And the second delivery, it went smoothly. There was nothing wrong. The first experience that we had, it wasn't really too bad. I mean, yeah, it was kind of annoying that we had to take an extra day off for this delivery, but at the same time, whatever, no big deal. But then, if we fast forward a few years, because that was in 2016, I believe. Yeah, 2016. Fast forward a few years when we decided to officially move to Florida. We actually physically moved because we decided on it in 2018, but we didn't actually move here until February, I think it was like the first week of February of 2019. This portion of my testimonial is going to be not as detailed as I would hope because I have an entire notebook filled of notes, dates, even times that I was on the phone with some of these people, the deliveries, the missed deliveries. I have an entire notebook, let that sink in, an entire notebook of the issues that we had, and just, it was terrible. So we ordered everything at the beginning of February. Yes, we did the financing. We ordered not just a set of 2 couches for the living room. No. We ordered everything for the guest room. That was dresser, bed frame, the mattress, the nightstands, all of that. Then we ordered all of what you can actually see behind me. That is also all of their stuff. We ordered a kitchen set, we ordered a dining room set, we ordered bar stools, and I think that's it. So we go to Ashley, we order all of these different sets, all of these different rooms filled of furniture. They tell us that everything will deliver by the end of February. So we're thinking, oh, you know what? That's actually really great, because by then, I think it was like 2 weeks in or something to February is when we got our pod, because we took everything from our apartment and we put it in the pod, and we just had that delivered to us. We just packed into my car. We packed whatever we needed for just like the first couple of weeks. And then we decided, you know what, if we need to go out and buy stuff, it's fine. Anyway, the end of February comes around, no phone call. And I was like, okay, well, I'll give it an extra week, because maybe there's just, maybe some stuff's going on. So I'm just going to give them an extra week, because we all know that there's usually delays with stuff. And we ordered a lot of furniture. So I was giving them the benefit of the doubt that it was just a lot. So I waited a week. After a week, we are now in March. I called them and I said, hey, you guys said that everything would be physically delivered by the end of February. I haven't heard anything. So, like, what's going on? Do we have a time frame? Is it delayed? What's going on? I don't remember exactly the reason that they told me, but they said that, okay, well, we'll have everything delivered. I think it was mid-March or something. So, okay, great. No phone call, no nothing. This went on for several months, and finally, after a couple of, maybe it was a couple months, I honestly, like I said, I have an entire notebook that gives detailed, like a full detail. I've been trying to block this entire experience out of my memory, but after a couple of months, we finally get a phone call. They're finally going to deliver. There were so many deliveries where pieces came broken. And I mean, it wasn't just like a little scratch. It was like a whole entire leg of something was completely broken. The one dresser in the guest room was the one that had to be re-delivered. I cannot even tell you how many times. And finally, the last time, there is a scratch in it. But at that point, because we ordered everything in February, that last dresser that we had that was the major problem, that dresser didn't show up until, I think it was after Thanksgiving. That whole that whole entire time, that's how long it took to have everything delivered. But things were showing up broken. There were multiple times where I had to refuse a delivery, and I told the guys, can I just come onto the truck and look at it in the truck before you guys haul it out? Because a lot of the times, I want to say probably about 85% of the time, it was the same drivers that were coming. And we got to joking and stuff. And whenever they were done, I would ask them, do you want some water? Do you want like a snack or something? I have some stuff here because it's Florida, it's hot. So they would usually, get some water and things like that. But anyway, so we got to kind of joking around. And so they allowed me. They said, you know what, if you want to just look at it from over here, yeah, absolutely. Or they would show up and they would say, before we unload it, let me just check it. Let me see if there's anything wrong with it. And I know that it wasn't the delivery guy's fault. They're literally just there to deliver the product. They're not there to inspect the product. They're not quality control or anything like that. They're just there to deliver the product to the customer. So I know that it wasn't their fault. I mean, maybe it could have been their fault if they're moving stuff around, if something's not strapped in properly and things are just moving around in the truck. Okay, yeah. But at the same time, I mean, the pieces that kept showing up broken, it had to be some kind of a defect with the actual product because it kept being the same exact thing on the one dresser that we had in the guest room. But like I said, I wish that I could be a little more detailed, but they gave us the runaround. My husband even had to physically go into the store, talk to the managers, and really nobody was helpful because they would say, yeah, it's delivering. And then either one, I wouldn't get a phone call, or two, it did show up, but it was broken. And they would assure us that, yeah, we checked everything before it got on the truck. But yet when it's showing up, it still has the original packaging on it. So how were you able to look at it if it still has the original packaging on it? Anyway, so yeah, we had a very terrible experience. I will never, ever buy furniture from Ashley's again. The problem with us is that we're very limited on our options here. So we went to Ashley because we had a good experience the first time. I mean, yeah, it showed up broken, but they were able to redeliver and it redelivered perfectly fine. And it was we had no problem with it other than that. So I figured, it can't be that bad. Well, what I will say is that the set that we have right here that you can see in the back, our master bedroom set, is actually pretty decent. And the entertainment console center thing, that's the same exact style as this. It is pretty like heavy duty, and these pieces have been really great. I'm actually looking because we have another like entertainment thing over here too. But these pieces are pretty decent. The other stuff that we got, yeah, it's not that great. It's definitely not going to last for too much longer. The one kitchen table that we have, the type of material that they used, it's like I forget exactly what it's called, but it looks like a specific type of wood finish, but it's really not. It's just like not a laminate, but I don't know how to explain it 100%. Well, parts of that are coming off. There were pieces of the chair coming off, and that happened not too long into us having it. But at that point, we were just so done with the entire experience that we weren't going to go through all of that again. But I'm really sorry that this wasn't more detailed. If I ever find that notebook that has more of the detailed discussions and stuff, I can always make an updated video. But ever since the move, there are certain things that are still packed away that are kind of like the boxes where it's like, I don't really need that right now, so I'm not going to go through it yet because there's other more important things that are happening. But anyway, I just wanted to share my experience. So let's just get back to the rest of the video. In my opinion, just from my own experience with Ashley, while I did eventually get my items, I wasn't scammed out of money or furniture. I did end up getting them. However, I do think that with people who haven't received their furniture, that's a little bit of a different story. I do think the company is terrible. And to be completely honest, I have no idea how they're still in business. Their quality is all over the place too. Half of our furniture is actually great, while the other half is absolutely terrible. It's not one of those lifelong pieces, but I mean, it's very hard to find furniture that is going to last you a long time, at least in my area. We're very limited on options, which is why we had to go to Ashley's. I wish they would just open up an IKEA here because we would have saved so much more money for half of our furniture and would have gotten better quality there. Not to mention, we'd be able to grab some delicious Swedish meatballs on the way out. I wanted to go over Ashley's just because of all of the negative reviews and experiences people have had. This company needs to change their ways or do something to make things right. I know I've already said this so many times, but it's seriously alarming with how many negative reviews are out there and how many of them are very similar. That means that they have a problem that needs to be fixed. After my experience with them, I will never shop at an Ashley's ever again. Even with the limited options we have here, we'll find somewhere that has better furniture, or we will just have to have something delivered to us. If you're looking to purchase furniture from Ashley's, go ahead and just look at every single review out there. There are some positive reviews, but there is an overwhelmingly amount of negative reviews. It's actually, as I've already said, it's very alarming how many negative reviews there are out there. If you came across this video and you too had a terrible experience with Ashley's, leave it in the comment section below. Maybe if there are enough, I will make a video reading your guys' testimonials or reading your guys' stories. If you want to stay anonymous, you can always email me as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching.